Welcome to the AWS Certified DevOps Professional Preparation course. I'm Craig Arcuri, one of the technical architects at Linux Academy, and I look forward to taking you through this course and helping you prepare to pass the AWS Certified DevOps Professional exam. Now, this course is a professional level course, and it assumes a certain level of knowledge and experience. To take this exam, you need to pass either the AWS Developer Associate exam or the AWS SysOps Admin Associate exam. So this course assumes a good amount of prerequisite knowledge. Now, there are instances in the course where some of it may be review, not too much, but there are cases where it's good to just really nail down the fundamentals. But other than that, this course is going to focus on the deep level of knowledge and detail required to pass the Certified DevOps Pro exam. And the AWS professional level exams are difficult exams. So it's important to take your time going through the course, understand the concepts, and certainly don't rush to get to the exam center. Don't set a date that gives you too short of timeline to learn and understand the concepts. Again, these are difficult exams, but given proper attention and time to study and prepare, they are certainly passable exams, and that is where we intend to get you. And it's important to use all of the study tools available to you. There are several. Do all of the learning activities, pass all of the quizzes, study the note cards, interact in the community, get help from the instructor, and of course, pass the final practice exam, which should mirror the level of difficulty you'll see on the actual exam. So again, this course assumes a good deal of prior experience. You should have your own AWS account. Our learning activities are self-contained, but it's also good to get into your own account and practice. Certainly be careful of any charges you may accrue. Delete your resources as soon as you're done with them, but that level of practice is priceless when you get on the exam. So let's take a look at our course syllabus, and we're going to have 9 sections with a bonus section that I'll describe at the end. So deployments with EC2 and auto-scaling, they're grouped together, but they're actually 2 sections. And we'll look at some cool things with auto-scaling, such as lifecycle hooks. And certainly EC2 is always going to be a big part of deployments. Then we're going to move on to monitoring and logging with CloudWatch. This is a very important section. The AWS certification Domain 2 focuses on monitoring and logging. And while there's certainly other methods of monitoring and logging, CloudWatch plays a huge part in that. We'll look at deployments with CloudFormation, such things as helper scripts and wait conditions, and many other tools and techniques in CloudFormation. We'll look at deployments with Elastic Beanstalk, and we have a couple learning activities on Elastic Beanstalk, including one where we perform a blue-green deployment. It just will really give us a good overview of how we want to do blue-green deployments. We'll take an in-depth look at OpsWorks. I personally feel that OpsWorks kind of gets neglected a little bit when you're looking at CloudFormation and Elastic Beanstalk. But once you look at the building blocks of OpsWorks, how it works, how it's put together, OpsWorks can be a really handy deployment tool. We'll also look at DynamoDB, focus in on some of the real fundamental concepts. Likewise with S3, we'll look at S3 lifecycle, and S3 plays a big part in interacting with other services when doing deployments. And finally, we'll have a section on blue-green deployments and also including A/B testing in that section. And I'm a big fan of blue-green deployments, and we'll see a bunch of techniques to perform blue-green deployments, basically with and without the use of DNS. So we have all the bases covered with blue-green deployments. You'll certainly see some blue-green deployment scenario questions on the exam. And we'll wrap up with the bonus section, and that is the scenario solver. It's a little tool I came up with, and what the scenario solver does is present you with some partial scenarios and kind of a use case. And from that information, you're given the opportunity to solve the scenario. And there's some interactivity with lucid charts. And going back to the old saying, a picture is worth 1,000 words. I think it's a really good way to learn. I'm excited to show this and get your feedback on it, but I think it's going to be a big help in visualizing scenarios, which is what you're going to encounter on the AWS Certified DevOps Pro exam. So I'm excited that you're joining me in the course, and I look forward to presenting it to you and helping you pass the DevOps Pro exam.